Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Saturday, June 22nd, 2024. Lance Brock here. Big thank you to everyone tuning in this morning and listening to the Saturday episode of Good Morning, Wrestling Fans. First of all, Saturday night is alright for fighting. We have a taped episode of AEW Saturday Collision tonight. Last night we had WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. And to start off this Saturday morning episode of GMWF, I just want to apologize for yesterday's episode. Unfortunately, the podcast got cut off a little early, just before I finished when I was talking about the IWR show I attended Thursday night, IWR Meltdown. I was just starting to talk about that a little bit, and then unfortunately, the recording of that episode got cut off. So, obviously, was not able to finish. And it was definitely a really good show. I just gonna go over a few notes from the show Thursday. We had top-notch Jason Hotch defending the IWR United States Championship in an open challenge, and it was accepted by Madman Fulton. Hotch getting the win with a low blow. Also, the A-Team defeated Sam Beal and Tom Latimer to retain the IWR Tag Team Championships. And in the main event, IWR World Heavyweight Champion Rhino defeated Steve Macklin in the main event. Really good match, which there was a staple gun used during this one, and the finish sees Rhino goring Steve Macklin through a table that was set up in the corner. So very good show. IWR Meltdown this last Thursday in Monroe at the FOP Hall. I definitely recommend, if there is anyone listening right now that is also from here in Michigan, check out Insane Wrestling Revolution. The next show, August 1st, same place in Monroe, FOP Hall, which will feature Danhausen, Insane Rumble, also the Insane Rumble match. So if you are in Michigan, especially if you are near Monroe, definitely check out IWR. And last night, WWE Friday Night SmackDown was live from Chicago, Illinois at the Allstate Arena. And we had the return of CM Punk, who, of course, as always, got a huge babyface reaction from his hometown crowd. And then later, in the back, we heard some noise, of course, on the garage door. And then it raises, and we see Drew McIntyre back already after quitting WWE on Raw. And we also see a bloody CM Punk as well. Could possibly see Punk back in time to have this match at SummerSlam in Cleveland, maybe. Also on SmackDown last night, Chelsea Green defeated Bianca Belair and Michin in a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match. 7 minutes, 14 seconds. And Carmelo Hayes defeated Randy Orton and Tama Tonga in a triple threat qualifying match in the men's Money in the Bank match. 8 minutes, 50 seconds. Andrade El Idolo defeated Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller. 10 minutes, 34 seconds to also qualify on the men's side. And in the main event of Friday Night SmackDown, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, defeated Solo Sikoa via disqualification. Only 1 minute, 36 seconds. And after the match, we see the long-awaited, highly anticipated WWE debut of Jacob Fatu, who attacks Cody Rhodes and puts him through the announcer's table to close out the show, as I guess you could call maybe the new bloodline puts the ones up in the air and poses as SmackDown goes off the air. I thought this was actually a pretty good way to introduce Jacob Fatu, who has, in case for some reason you have not seen him, I definitely suggest looking up his stuff he has done in MLW, Major League Wrestling. Overall, I'd say a pretty good episode of SmackDown last night. And now we go on over to TNT AEW Rampage. Our commentators, Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Daddy Magic Matt Menard. Private Party defeat Commander and Grand Metalik in tag team action. Ray Phoenix defeats Turbo Floyd. Leo Rush defeated Action Andretti in an AEW TNT Championship ladder qualifying match. Shingo Takagi defeated AR Fox. And as Mark Henry used to say, it's time for the main event. And it's a women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament qualifying match on the women's side. Willow Nightingale defeated Serena Deeb to advance. Really good match between these two. I'm definitely glad to see Willow advance in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup, maybe become a repeat winner. And now we already know that next she will be taking on Chris Statlander, her former friend who turned on her now with Stolke Hathaway. Will definitely be interesting to see how this match turns out. Hopefully they will allow Willow to get some revenge on Statlander for turning her back on her. And like I said, possibly back-to-back Owen Hart Foundation Cup wins for Willow Nightingale. Tonight on TNT, we have AEW Saturday Collision, which, like I said, was taped on Thursday night this week. And that is all for this Saturday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you, everyone, for listening. In the comment section, you can go there right now and leave your thoughts on last night's episodes of WWE SmackDown and AEW Rampage, either right here on Spreaker, YouTube, or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling Podcast at. If they have a comment section, we'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Hope all of you listening right now will join me once again. But until then, have a great pro wrestling day.